Yo, mic check, motherfuckers. Yeah, this shit pretty weird. I damn near said, "Welcome to Stone and Streaming." Welcome to me getting high and talking about shit that's going on the fucking internet. What up, former? Yeah, this shit weird because I ain't never used to doing shit by myself, but I just had a hankering to go live. It's weird because everybody talking about everything. Everybody got like new strains and shit coming out. Like, and I had a lot of Stone and Streaming half. Yeah, man. I was gonna talk about strains and shit that I had coming out of everybody else, but I think I'm gonna write a book, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about seeds, but I'm gonna write a motherfucking book and take it there, probably. But that ain't why I got on. I just got on because I was fucking bored for real. I'm gonna roll up some weed here in a minute. I actually wanted to try some screen sharing type shit to see if it was even possible for me to do like some reactionary type shit. I know my boy Black going live right now, so we share the same pool of people. So I know motherfuckers over there. It ain't gonna be nothing too too heavy. What up, D Mike? Man, anybody call I guess I could post a link. This shit weird though, cause I'm used to shit being structured, right? I ain't used to just fucking going live and just talking about like whatever. I'm used to like this what we gonna talk about, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, whatever. But I'm actually looking for a specific video that I wanted to oh wow, it's crazy. We could just look at man, that's what's up. Hopefully they not just all show and no go. Yeah, man. I'm gonna probably pause on like making shit for a little while too. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of people making shit. A lot of shit going on. I'm gonna keep making shit, but I'm gonna be done releasing shit for a little while. You know, hold up real quick. There we go. I don't want to see these all on camera and shit. Yeah, man. That was from what I remember. Cause man, that's another thing. I want to take my time, man, and roll out specifically some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But they seemed to be pretty good last time I checked. Right, they saying roll tide. What up, Piff? I already know Black live. I ain't know he was gonna go live, but once I had scheduled this shit, it was too late to schedule it. Now, obviously, I ain't talking. This is what I want to talk about. Y'all ever watch this dude right here? Hold on. This is a reaction video. I guess that's what I gotta say.
The number one cannabis podcast on YouTube, at least for the industry when it comes up. Today's big story has to do with Schedule 3. We're going to do a pretty thorough deep dive until it's 20 past the hour and 4:20 somewhere on what broke, and we want to give big shouts out to Shane Pennington. And,
I'm using this as an example because I don't think
attorney
copyright.
They broke something on their on drugs.
How's this looking? Can y'all see this? Can y'all hear this shit?
But they leaked all of these things they got pursuant to their FOIA request, and they also had to file a lawsuit about what's going to happen with Schedule 3. And of course, if you believe in the THCA
now, what I plan on doing,
all of this is window dressing as opposed to what is actually happening.
What I planned on doing, how this was set up,
when you're trying to actually legalize
to be just really. We just look at some shit and get high, right? But I wanted to see.
Big news besides that.
I wanted to see if it was even possible for y'all to hear this shit. Yeah. This the fair use say, hey, yeah, right. Hey, Pip, that shit made me feel like a real YouTuber now. This is the Fair Right Usage Act. YouTube, don't come and get me. This is fair usage.
Our state, for
Yo,
example, only
I
1
do
ounce.
want to do. Hey,
If you're
what
caught
y'all
with an
think
ounce and
if
a
we
half,
did a
they will
reaction?
charge you with possession of an ounce and a half, even though an ounce is
We have to
legal.
look at cannabis news and shit.
And so this is why I don't.
But
like
what y'all
hemp
think if
legal. Change the fucking laws, guys.
actually just had a like watched a goddamn movie like this? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would be dope to me, right? Let y'all see what the fuck I be with. This cat live still. Hey, Inception. We should just go in that motherfucker, huh? Let's see what happened. Nothing happens. Nah, but what eventually what I want to do is I hope to get my computer or my situation up to speed enough to where he just buffering anyway. Cool. That ain't just me. What I hope to do is get my shit up to speed enough to where we can just react on nigga shit, right? Because I watch a lot of people shit. Like it'd be cool to watch. Like, man, this nigga's all over the place. I do a lot of video gaming too. What games y'all play out in that motherfucker? I play a lot of motherfucking video games. At once upon, hey, Fifth, you need a cooking show. You need a straight cooking show, bro. That'd be dope. I'm trying to find something for us to react to. This is very poorly planned. Again, I just got on this motherfucker. You know, I was thinking about writing a book though. That's what led me to getting on this motherfucker. Because I want to write a book, but kind of like a pamphlet, right? To start with, but not a full book. And something else I'm gonna tell y'all that I found out too. Cause this shit, in order for this shit to work, it gotta be short videos, right? In order for this shit to work. But I was watching a video about I can't even like find this shit. But I was watching a video about man, what the fuck? Okay, goddamn it. Fair fucking usage act shit. This dude here. What y'all think about this? Oh, yo!
We back another episode, Talking Loud podcast. Run up those likes. We're trying to hit 100,000
You
subscribers,
right.
man.
I saw
Smash
this
the like,
shit.
subscribe. But if you guys want some of those fire genetics, definitely join up with the ICANN VIP Bean Club, man. Things are popping. Fire genetics are going out to VIP
Fair
all
usage.
the time. So if you guys want to get those
You
mailboxes,
know what the fuck ever.
we're just out here smoking, having a good time, guys. So
That's
smash the like
good.
button,
That's
man.
good.
Let's see how many likes you can get.
This
on
dude,
episode,
Mr.
man.
Grower had a strain. I was
Yeah,
looking
so
at this
Chris,
shit, but I
someone
ain't
was
really
actually
get to
asking
see it
about
all the
some
way.
of the
You know what I'm
OG,
saying?
Chill Out OG, man. So, again, thank you so much for hooking me up with some of that, man. I just want to thank you on behalf of everyone, because I'm definitely
Same cool. Any of y'all watch this shit? Y'all ever watch this
I
dude?
can't wait for that. I
He ain't bad.
it.
A little fucking animated if you ask
me,
me, but
gave me a seal of approval.
he ain't bad.
The seedling looks
You know
good.
what I'm saying? He ain't
we're good to
bad.
go, guys.
Now I
We're
haven't
soon
actually
gonna have it going, man. So,
grown
for
any
those
of Mr.
who
Grower
want
shit.
to grab that Chill Out OG,
I have watched that
about
show.
what we're doing, 'cause I see
What the fuck is that shit?
someone has asked
Into the
where
Stash
can
or
they get it?
whatever
Seems
with
like
him
they-
and whoops.
Watch out for Friday
With
drops.
him and Pigeons
Friday
420.
drops. Just follow me on social
Um,
media, and then that's it.
That shit's cool,
Plain and simple.
but
At,
Pigeon's
Mr.
kind of a
Grow on
clown to
Twitter,
me. He kind of
at
super
Mr.
duper
Grow
animated
on
and shit.
Instagram.
So
Real
Watch out on
You can clown him
Instagram.
and shit.
There are like
Mr. Grower
6 or
seemed
7
pretty
different accounts
serious.
that are impersonating me.
Yeah.
They've just the same
So,
logo, just a similar name.
Nah. We could watch some shit about Charleston.
Underscore.
White,
There's all
but
these different variations, and they will DM you, and then they,
I don't have any
ask you if
short
you want
videos.
anything,
So I was trying to
seeds
find
or
some
flowers,
videos
and
about
then, of course, right?
tree and shit.
And
But it's kind of cool that y'all can
impersonating
actually
me
see this
is
shit.
sucks, man. So That's the way to
Friday
go.
This
drop
shit right
guys.
here, the new easy way to make money. I be watching
Friday
shit
drops,
like that
man. So
too.
I've been looking
That's how
at
I had
shout out to Brian as
man,
well. Been shopping now, cropping, and son, it's popping. He's always got the great.
do y'all
motivation
even
in
give
the
a
chat.
fuck about this
Man,
strawberry?
these
Like,
guys
bro.
are so
Oh yeah, for sure, sci-fi.
much for such a gracious introduction.
absolutely, man. Well, you've done so much for the industry.
I was
man.
watching
Honestly,
this
like
shit
I said, I'm
earlier.
here,
Like, let
you
me
know,
ask y'all
I've just
a
been
question. Do
looking up
y'all
to
even
so,
give a fuck?
such
Does
things,
it
but
act
forget all
video
that,
with
man.
fucking
How's it
rest?
going? What's going on, bro?
As I need to roll
You know, I'm just enjoying this summer
because I
we
suck.
got here
What
in
this really
Cali.
is I need a
Nothing to
co-host. So
complain
the
about.
videos is gonna be
It's
my
hot,
co-host.
supposed to be, but you know, just
But
enjoying
look,
the weather.
do we
and,
even give a fuck about Strawberry
things
Cough
and-
or how it was
and
found
up
or the
and,
story of
we're
that
just
shit?
really kicking it at home a lot, you know.
Do we even care about that?
Really
Because
got,
I don't think
much
I
reason to
don't
get
feel
off my
like
butt and
I
get
don't feel like any of us
after it.
do.
I got
Like-
you, man. I like
like-
that. I
like,
like that. And I actually just seen the
if-
nice little pup you got there as well.
For
Ziggy.
example, let me
But I
pause this
actually
shit
wanted
real
to know
quick.
where every
Here's my thing. Oh, whoops,
so
that is not
right now
pause.
Kyle is out.
Man, that is not what I meant to do. What the fuck? See, this is what I gotta work on, y'all. Right? Cause like I didn't even try to, I don't even know how I went to this shit. I gotta get back to where we was at. Let's see. History. Y'all, this on some other shit. I don't even know how to. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. This is perfect. What y'all think about this shit? I was watching this little video earlier.
So these right here, as you can see, are the clear. This is definitely not where you want to be harvested. Right here, when it gets to the milky, at this point, I can promise you, you're going to be getting profiles that are going to start to definitely develop right here. But still, at the same time, if you harvest here, you will be shooting yourself in the foot in the yield, in the overall yield, because like anything else, if you increase your surface mass, you're going to have more trichome production. As you come over here to the amber, even here, it is, I think, a little bit misleading, right? You can definitely see some clear right here. Then a few tips are amber. Right here is some milky, but a little bit more amber, really just starting. And then right here again, you see some clear.
How many of y'all
at this
even
point,
still
you
use
know,
a
even down here,
magnifying
clear,
glass?
amber, and you can see that it's just starting. Very often, I've also wondered, you know, is this the right time to harvest? So these right here, as you can see, are the clear. This
So
is
that's my
really
whole
where you
thing.
wanna be
Like-
harvesting. Right here, when it gets to the milky, at this point, I can promise you.
Or I'm a bad guy because
Huh.
I had to do some shit that I had.
That was pretty good. You know what I mean? Fuck, how do I get back to that video that we had, bro? Like, this is why I'm doing this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is like a rough draft. Hold on, I'm gonna get y'all answers in a minute as soon as I get back to the fucking original video. God damn. And I might have to get one of them copyright things because I live
Out in
again.
Cali, I'm out in Colorado.
Okay, now I can pause this shit. Wait a minute and let me zoom in because I don't even know how we like got away from that shit. No. Okay. You don't care? Yeah. You a history buff? I like to know a lot of shit like that too. Like usually I get high, right? I get high and I just watch this shit anyways. But it made me think in the world that we in, right? Because we do all this talking about cookies and candy and motherfucking compound genetics and all this other shit, right? But it's still motherfuckers out here that care about Strawberry Cough, right? It's
So
still
let us know where you
motherfuckers
guys
like this
tuning in
dude
right now. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments.
that still got a
We got
story.
a lot of people tuned
You know
in.
what I'm
I
saying?
see
Now
this
we'll
one
watch this
episode,
shit because it's
man.
only
So what are you guys blazing up? Kyle's about to
20
blaze something
minutes.
up. I'm about to blaze something up. But first off, we gotta ask, what's going on, Kyle? With that weather over there in Cali, it's nice and warm. How is that affecting the garden? if
now
at
it's
all?
crazy because it's still
Well,
this dude is still
I'm
relevant,
keeping the lights down low,
right?
and,
And people still care about
you know, I
this
grow
dude.
indoors in my home. Just
Not
for
that
my
they shouldn't. I'm
personal
just
use.
saying.
I don't have any
It's such a
outdoor
big
growing. I
world.
don't have any land.
Yeah, for sure. Fair use. Fair
And
use.
so,
Fair use.
usually I'm
I
done
guess that's how they
growing
do
by
that shit.
now.
Fair
I got
use.
it down
But
to twice a year. I grow from winter
here's the whole
into
thing though. Motherfuckers
spring,
really
and I grow
still
from
care about this dude.
fall into winter.
Yeah.
And that way I can just take advantage of growing in the atmosphere.
And it's
all
crazy 'cause, like,
conducive and it's a
I'm positive because what's crazy about the shit is this: like, if you look across, the internet and shit, it'll be like no one cares. You know what I'm saying? How can I do this? There we go. It'll be like, nah, yeah. Don't nobody really care about Strawberry Cough, all the old shit. But I watch so much shit. I watch so much fucking shit that people do care about the shit, right? People do care about it, and the shit still sell, right? But when we get online in our little circles or wherever it is that we go to, right? It be seeming like motherfuckers just don't even care about
little warm, but it's pretty good. You know, you keep the house air
about
conditioned. I was like, well, hell yeah. And so
Strawberry
you gotta come
Cough.
up with a name. And I didn't want to be like some like pot writer, like Bud Levi or Herb Green or something.
And it's crazy
you
because
know? And I
just like when we watch all this shit about these rappers from the
From
90s,
them and some great questions. So I can't wait to get into some of those. So
bet
maybe
you
we
don't
can
even
actually
smoke,
start
so
off with
he's-
one from Ron Sam
He's a
Dill. He's
good
asking, what's your
fucking ball.
favorite strain
he
or
grab his
cultivar
bong
to
like
smoke?
we
And I
fucking
see you're
grabbed
blazing up
him.
right now. So what are you starting off with?
Well, I'm not smoking my favorite cultivar because I smoked it all already.
Oh, okay,
But-
I got you.
It's kind of a giveaway. Anybody that asks me what my favorite strain to smoke is, I know that they haven't been following me. Nothing, no offense taken, but obviously it's Strawberry Cough.
That's
Right?
strawberry cough.
How many people? I mean, some people must really think I'm crazy smoking the same strain
As a breeder, bro,
for like 25
You
years.
can't really fall in love with
That
it. To
is
me,
a long time.
and I would
It
call
is a
myself
long
a
time.
breeder. You can't really,
But
I
I'll
wouldn't
tell
fall in love with
you
not
know how
one
you
thing that I got.
tell, right? Like whether you go to the dispensary or whether you grow your own weed, you got a bunch of jars sitting on the table or in your little vault or whatever.
Yeah,
And
this
you
shit do
know
change all the time.
whichever
Which is my
you
point.
like
That was my
best,
whole point that I was finna
that
make.
jar's
That was my whole point I was finna make, right? This shit is just like Freaknik and 90s rappers, right? Like it wasn't nothing going on being recorded like that back then, right? So since it wasn't nothing being recorded like that back then, motherfuckers just be saying anything when they get interviewed, right? So again, I think that same thing with the Kyle Cushman guy, right?
is going to be
I think that he just able to say anything because like it was
it's
a
just
very
an
small
automatic thing. It's
circle
like, you
of
know, you
people,
go to your favorites first.
you know, that was around back
And no
then,
matter
and
how
people
many
that know he was
drinks I drink and
bullshitting
go through,
don't even
I-
care.
I
Like it's like,
always
yeah, that's
gravitate
Kyle. He
to
always be
Strawberry Cough.
bullshitting like
It's
that.
the clarity of high.
Yeah. I
Now,
can agree
my
with that one,
question
man.
to
So
y'all:
is the strawberry cough more of an indica leaning?
how the
or
fuck
like
is he
sativa
even able to
or
make money?
hybrid?
Because everything always
What
about
sort of-
making
what
money.
sort of strain is it?
So how is the
You know,
lore of
it's,
Strawberry Cough even
If you
relevant
go
to
by
him
the
making money?
genealogy of it, it's a 50-50.
Okay.
Strawberry Fields was a heavy indica from upstate New York or Vermont, somewhere around there. And then some kind of haze. We're not really sure exactly what, but so you've got a haze and then you've got a heavy indica. And, you know, for a beginner first time cross, clone only strain,
First time cross, clone only strain. First time cross, clone only strain. Yeah, that's a Strawberry Cough guy. He good, but I hate liars. Yeah, again, sci-fi. What he remind me of is just an old motherfucker telling a story. I ain't even bullshit. Of course he lying. He gonna embellish
got
like
this
all
huge,
old motherfuckers.
chunky indica development style and growth characteristic.
And I'm gonna tell y'all
And
something
it's
else
got
too.
this
Well, it be a
amazing,
lot of shit I be
uplifting,
wanting to
cerebral high, and it
react
has,
to.
it's like a 10-week finish, right? So it
'Cause here's the
finishes like
thing.
a haze,
I ain't
and
monetized, so
and
we can
and
do a
the
lot of
high is
shit.
like a haze, but all the growth
Um,
characteristics are like an indica.
I know a lot of y'all be watching Frosty
And-
shit too.
And I think
Did
what
y'all
they've
see
done, I
that
think
post that
the
Frosty
indica
had
culture is
where
adopted for the
pause this shit? The post that Frosty had where he was getting his shit described. He was getting that shit described by a motherfucker, right? And it said like seafoam or some shit. And when I seen seafoam, I didn't even know what the fuck to think because everybody be so goddamn descriptive. Which I don't have IG on my computer. If I did, I probably would would motherfucking switch over to that shit, right? Hopefully, everything's still good. I got like a little sign that say like I'm buffering and shit, so hopefully we cool. But that shit was just crazy to me though. You know what I'm saying? Sub Cool made that strain famous back in the day. Yeah, I would love to see. I'm like Pip. I like watching shit, so I would love to see. What up, Punchy? I said what up to you on Black G shit too. You know what I'm saying? Such a polite guy. Punchy low. But yeah, I like her and shit.
Effect side is just kind of like, you know how you ever notice like you can get the jitters off of coffee, but you don't get the jitters off of tea?
Yeah. I
Like you
think
can drink a lot of tea, you can drink it all day long, right? You don't get the jitters. Well, I think the little bit of the indica side just kind of took that raciness off, that diesel raciness, that haze raciness that a lot of people don't like. That, you know, that edge.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I think that's what it is. It's just kind of and there's no crash. There's virtually no crash from it.
That is awesome, dude. That means you can like literally just toke up all day long and feel good about yourself and still do what you got to do, right?
Exactly. So
Now
I
you-
gotta mention what I am smoking is my buddy Josh Wax. He's an LA producer here, and he grows organically. And this
Oh,
shit is
shit.
pretty fire. It's
Here you go. Now, whenever you hear some shit, when you see, and that's what I don't like about bullshit, is he grows organically. Cause to me, whenever you hear keywords like that, matter of fact, I don't know how long I'm gonna be live, but I'm actually gonna put the link up there. But nah, that's the whole thing, right? When motherfuckers be like, "Oh, it's grown organically," you already know it's about to be some bullshit, right? Let's see where this goes. Yeah.
Zushi. It's a Skittles and Cushman's cross. And so
Hey, quick question. I don't know about y'all, but every time I had Skittles, Zittles, whatever y'all want to call that shit, man, I had the last Zittles or Skittles that I had came from Ethos, and it was back cross because I fuck with Ethos, but I don't know if it was a good representation of it or not. It tasted like the other Skittles that I had before. That shit was not strong, and it wasn't particularly flavorful like that either, if we being honest. But what that shit was fucking big. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a supposed hybrid, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're supposed to stop using this indica sativa and hybrid classification, right? You know that's gonna take like 20 years if it ever happens, right?
Literally, it's just so ingrained. It's like one of those not necessarily good things that's just ingrained in the culture that you got to take a long time to stamp out, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about a different drug, sci-fi, but what I am getting is a hustler. He looked like a motherfucker that was a real hustler. Like he really, like he was talking you out of some shit.
Of a virus.
Like fair usage, Kyle Cushman, don't come after me.
For so long that
Little Arabian dude, whoever your
Another one
name
of those
is.
guys,
Yeah,
you know,
everybody go
I
check
say
out
cultivar a lot more than strain, and I still catch myself saying,
this dude. What is
I
his
don't
what
like
is
that
his
shit.
name?
You
Oh,
know,
Talking
but
Loud
to be honest,
Podcast,
man,
TLP.
strawberry coffee
Everybody go
strain
check out
cultivar, you
TLP,
know,
Talking
you're
Loud
so
Podcast.
known
That's what his
for it,
clip
you're well
came
known
from.
for it, and you actually brought that to everyone, you know.
But-
so thank you so much for that. But tell us a little bit about how it actually all started, because you know there are a lot of different stories about it, but I want to hear it from you. How did it actually all start off, man?
And again, I don't know. I mean, y'all had strawberry cough. I like it. It's cool. But like, what the fuck makes that more so famous than any other thing else? And again, I try to ask the question: how is he actually capitalizing off of this shit monetarily? Right now, that's what I don't know, and that's one of the few things that I like about a couple of people that I watch on YouTube. Like when a motherfucker don't know, they'll say I have no fucking idea. My thing is, I don't know how Jinx Proof did not hit. Yeah, but Jinx Proof got other good shit too. Like he actually got a thing about Jinx Proof is he actually still got other shit going on. Like it might not be the dope shit. Like it might not never hit as hard as that 9 Pound Hammer did. There's some of that Donkey Kong. I'm about to motherfucking smoke break down. Um, he's still living off of that shit, but he do other shit though. I'm not sure Kyle Cushman does anything else. I haven't heard of him doing anything else. You know what I mean? Like personally, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to figure out, does he get paid because he do seminars? Is it like, does he talk about this shit at the seminar and get paid for it? That's what I want to figure out. And that nigga shit not all hot and not the hottest, sexiest thing. He still is able to capitalize off of it. So, I just been thinking about things, man. It's just a lot of different lies. I just been thinking about things, man. It's like we such a small circle of people. Let me get these cats off the thing. Because we're gonna go back to that in a minute. We such a small circle of people in this motherfucker, dog. It's like everybody do the same shit. We all watch the same people, and it's the same circle. Even when people doing different shit, they do the same shit, right? Different shit. You watch Black G. He dropping a straight astronomical ton of shit. Natty G trying to drop some shit. And that's just them two niggas. Just my guy Rakim, he just did a massive ass. Shout out to Raw Chemistry Genetics. He just did a massive, pheno hunt. You know what I'm saying? I just seen fucking Frosty with some crazy looking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, it is what it is. Like, it ain't never gone. Shit don't slow down. You know what I mean? That ain't what happened. Shit only speed up. So like, when I look at the shit, how do you truly go? How do you truly go in a different direction? Appearance speeds. Now, what makes you branded enough to that's what I'm saying. Now, that's the real story, right? That's the real thing. How do you get branded enough? That's an interesting view. How do you get branded enough to be to the point where you can get appearance fees? Let's get back into this shit while I roll up, and then we'll check out some more. I want to get into this rescheduling thing here in a second. Damn, a gang of motherfuckers just stopped watching. God damn, hold on, we was getting back to the video.
So the story goes that
Our usage.
so when I took my job at High Times as a writer, I literally I gave up growing for like the first time ever in my adult life. I couldn't write for High Times and grow illegally. I mean, talk about sketching out,
True. Yeah, that's
So-
risky.
So I went back to dealing a little bit less, a little bit
A little bit less risky, but still so risky, but way less risky, I would think.
So I had a bud out in Connecticut that I would go cop from every week or every couple of weeks or something.
Yeah.
And one day I drove out to see him, and he's like, "Dude, I have this friend of mine who's been dying to meet you. He wants to show you his garden. He lives like right around the corner." I'm like, "Sure." So we get in the car and we drive over there, and I meet back. And I swear, I remember these guys. It was summertime, and these guys were like waxing their snowboards or something.
Yeah.
Or they're just like their snowboards were out. There's a couple of guys there. I couldn't wait during shit. He had a size pot in a baggie, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. I only got," but it didn't matter. I wouldn't be able to tell. I was all out my ass anyway.
So
So I
stoned
went-
anyway.
I went and I looked at his garden, and on the way out, I was climbing up the stairs out of his basement. He's like, "Hey man, you want to take one of these?" And it was a little Dixie cup. It wasn't even a fucking Solo cup. It was a Dixie cup back in the day, a paper Dixie cup.
Yeah.
And I swear that like it had the surface area of like half of my pinky, like two little leaves on the top of this little thing. And I took it just to be polite. And I got to the top of the stairs. I'm like, "You got a bag I can put this in?" And he went to his cupboard and he took a lunch bag, a brand new lunch bag out of a bag, and popped it open. I threw it in there, and I thanked him. And I drove 2.5, 3 hours from Bridgeport, Connecticut, back to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I carried it up to my apartment. I swear, I was going to throw it away. And I took it out. And as I took it out, I got a whiff of strawberry.
Shit, bro.
And I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was like I smelled the bag, and I looked at this little piddly clone with like a half a square inch of leaf surface on it, and I was like, "There's no way." When I saw it,
Let's talk about that. You love the old school strains, but get tired of hearing about roadkill, skunk, and how horrible the new strains are. But it's all hey. You know what? Here's the thing about that. I actually agree. I literally agree with what you're saying, right? Um, because I think other than hate, I would say we gonna go back to the video in a minute, guys. But other than hate, I would say it's nostalgia, right? Like it'll be the same way with us. Like it's all shit that we think is super dope, right? Because it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good when we had it at the time period. It was good, right? But it was shit. Always got a way of being better than it actually is when it's in our memory, right? 'Cause like a lot of times with music, if I'm doing something at a specific time period in my life, that song is a lot better than it actually is because we actually did some memorable shit, to that song. Um, yeah, it was great, but times change. You know what I'm saying? And I agree. I feel like a lot of shit, like when people again, I wasn't really around for it like that. I ain't even scared to admit it like that. I'm like 47, right? But I can't sit here and say, oh man, I want some of that real sour. Cause where I'm from, that shit was just lime green, LG. It didn't have any we didn't know the name of that shit. I guess I plug the people that I knew, you know what I'm saying, when I was smoking, our plugs wasn't that good, so we didn't know. I probably smoked some sour, but don't know that it was called sour because we didn't really even know names like that. Right. But yeah, times do change. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point. That's my point. Um, but what you're getting ready to see, and you see everybody doing it, because everybody mind think the same. It's almost like humans as a whole, or like some type of hive mind. Because what you're seeing is everybody trying to infuse older shit back, fold it back into this new shit. And I think it's gonna be real hard for one thing to dominate. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many of us mid-tier breeders out here. Damn, that's what I need the papers. Mid-tier breeders out here, right? That don't even use the same shit. So I think that's gonna be very important, like you just said, going forward. We're gonna just check this out. Let's see what this motherfucker talking about. We ain't got nothing but a couple more minutes.
and I was like, and I
Our
just
usage.
I went over to my German friend over in Manhattan. He's got like a garden the size of like, there's no room. He's got like this little 2 by 3 garden or something. And I'm like, you need to grow this.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean I'm growing this? Cup winner from Amsterdam. And I'm like, man, you want to keep getting free equipment? Grow this. And I kind of blackmailed him into growing it. And he ended up selling thousands of clones in New York City. And a couple of years after that, it was in the movie Children of Men.
Yeah. Jesus, man, that's crazy. That just goes to show things can start off in the most unsuspecting of ways. Like back in that little Dixie cup, like if you guys know, a Dixie cup is super tiny. It's like real small compared to a regular solo cup. It's like
There
a
you
half
go.
cup. Right? It's super small. But the funny thing is, it started off in that Dixie cup, and like you grabbed this little bag, gave it to you, and you were like, okay, do I even want it? Do I not want it? But then when you got home, you're like, I'm gonna give it a chance. And that's where we are, man. Everybody's so grateful for that strawberry cough, dude.
Is everybody really so grateful for that strawberry cough? I know I like strawberry cough because I like strawberry terps, right? But is everybody really, really so thankful for that shit? I don't know. Hell yeah, that definitely matters. You know what I'm saying? That definitely matters. But we got, and it's up to us to like do the best at educating those around us who may not know. and had intestinal fortitude to not, even when we do know a good amount, to not act like, oh, I know everything. Because that's how you miss shit. And just, man, look, ain't nothing wrong with being envious, saying, hey, man, I want some shit like that, and then working hard to get it. But it's like fucked up when you are hating on another motherfucker. And when I say hey now, I mean actually hating. I don't mean it's okay to not like what a nigga do. Yeah, it's okay to not like what a nigga do. That's not hating. That's just not liking what a nigga do, right? And I'm cool with that. It's okay to not like what a nigga do, but it's not okay to hate. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? Only in Connecticut. See, and that's my next thing. That's the next thing, sci-fi. Just because somebody rap about it, is that what makes it popping? Right? That's my next real question. So, is that the key? The rapper rap about it, and that's what make it pop. Because again, us not knowing anything about names of weed in the Midwest, we used to just actually whatever a rapper was rapping about, that's what we made the weed be, because couldn't nobody tell us otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Could nobody else say, if I'm listening to a song about OG Kush and I just bought a bag of weed from the cat at the gas station, I can't shit, especially back in them days, shit, that's OG Kush because I said it was. Right? Oh, I hate when shit sticks together like that. Pluto did it, yeah. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, so like that's what make your shit popping. Is if you do not like strawberry tarts. Yeah. Um my boy Rice don't like strawberry tarts neither. We gonna get back to this video shit real quick. Hell yeah, I wanna make money off some shit from 25 years ago. Yep. Hey, and it's easy to do that. All you actually gotta do, everybody from the 90s is doing it. Right? Every fucking body from the 90s is doing that shit right now. Hold on, let's get through this shit real quick. Everybody from the 90s is making money off shit they did 20 years ago right now.
And then so like fast forward like I don't know like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like okay, maybe 7 or 10. I moved to California, and I'm up in Northern California, and I'm receiving a Jack Herer Lifetime Achievement Award from one of the medical growers up there.
Okay.
And I met Jason King, the guy who wrote the Cannabible 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And I gifted him this bud of strawberry cough that I swear I had to squeeze to fit inside a wide mouth 2-quart jar. And it was over 2 ounces dried bud. And strawberry cough, I used to be able to grow like little pineapples.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. And I told him the story that I just told you. And he wrote in the Cannabible that I bred it. So half the world knows the story and half the world thinks that I made it. And the other half the world thinks that I made it because when I left New York and drove to California, I took a tray of clones, stuffed it in the trunk of my Buick Park Avenue Ultra that I rented, and I gave out clones in 7 or 8 states along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bet you let motherfuckers think that you made that shit too. You know what I'm saying? All gelato, yeah. I bet you that a lot of motherfuckers think you made that shit, Kyle Kushman. Now, come on now, come on now.
And so many people got it. They're like, where did you get it? Kyle Kushman. So there's like this whole mythology around it. It's like everybody wants to know, did he make it? Did he get it?
Overlap.
You ain't try to straighten that shit
Yeah,
out
that's
either,
what's so
Kyle.
crazy.
The last thing I'm going to say about that is, fast forward 25 years. The kid who gave it to me didn't call me or contact me for over 25
Sure
years.
he
I had
didn't.
no contact.
Sure he didn't.
He didn't know his name except that it was John, right? And all of a sudden, one day he calls me, and
Guys, this dude just said he got this shit from a random motherfucker named John, and he didn't know how to give him credit or none of that shit. That's crazy.
still have the mutual friend, the dealer.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he told me I should call you. I never did. And I'm like, but to be honest, the hairs were standing up on my neck because usually people want something, right? And he was
He's coming
really
for
nice.
something. Yeah.
He was like, I knew if I gave that to you, I don't want, I just knew if I gave that to you that something good would come of it. And I'm like, man, it really did. I just shared it with the whole world. I've never really per se made any money off of it. I never made any seeds or sold clones. I just grew weed and gave it away.
Yeah.
And then like 4 or 5 years ago, this guy
little
started
thing got a
trashing me
PS
on the internet, saying that he taught me how to grow, and that 2 weeks after I came to his house, his brother got busted, and just the stories just kept coming on and on and on, and that I never did anything for him over the years, and so I just want to get that out there because that's all just a bunch of just somebody being sour.
Yeah.
And
I don't know,
and
guys.
it doesn't
I don't
deserve
know
to
if
be
it's just somebody
one
being
of
sour.
the most popular strains in cannabis history. I tell you, when he said, I just thought something good would come of that. I tell you, it warmed my heart, and I couldn't believe that
No.
he starts going around making up silly
Crazy
shit.
stories. That's honestly like that negative part of it is always there. We know haters gonna hate when you're doing something good, and that's how I like to look at it. But the great thing is that you brought it to everyone, man, and you were able to, just
Like
share
that's
that
my
love
whole
that you were
thing,
able
bro.
to
Like
experience from growing that plant. And I think that's
it's just a lot
amazing,
of
dude.
old
Because
heads
honestly,
out here
straight
that
up, I was
still
telling you
support
off air,
shit and
I was
support,
living out in the
It's
Caribbean,
just
Trinidad and Tobago.
it's just crazy though, like because at the same point in time, um, how many of us will always be able to like, man, you think Frosty gonna you think Frosty gonna be here in fucking 25 years, or Black G you gonna be here in 25 years still talking about the same, or even me for that much? Like, what the fuck gives this dude the right to just be still fucking be here talking the same shit? Again, I'm like Pip, I like the lore of it, you know what I'm saying? I like the lore of it, you know what I'm saying? It's still crazy the fact that he actually get it, like can do that, can even do this shit. Yeah, Kyle did run off with the plug. That's actually, Closet Posse. That's actually what happened. That's why he was like the hair on the back of the hair on my neck was standing up. Yeah, because you thought. I know what you thought. It was something else that I wanted to react to too. I just got to find it. Some type of a show, or not even show, because y'all know me, I like to be scheduled. This shit was very unscheduled. I want to base some type of a show off of off this. Seemed like it would be cool to do. Now, shout out to Pifford. We're gonna look at some Charleston White type shit. Yeah, reaction shit. Fair use, motherfuckers.
You have any exciting new features to announce? Cool.
called Green Room, which is now available only on the business plan.
Oh,
Green Room is a waiting area for guests to prepare with hosts and producers before they enter the studio and go live.
God damn. Somebody check on Charleston White. For those who may not know, earlier this morning, a viral video made its way on social
Fair use.
media
Such niggas.
showing Charleston White performing, attending his comedy show, decided to test.
I don't even really need this
Charleston
nigga.
White's gangster. That's right, y'all. Y'all heard me correctly. Somebody in the
We just
crowd
want the
decided
exact-
to test
the
Charleston
actual
White's
video.
gangster. And listen, it went left immediately. Like I said, video shows a mob of people.
I know the video I was trying to see.
After Charleston, as you see here, hit my man in the head with some flowers, man. Like I said, Charleston is wild. He full of antics. You never know. what
This
he's
ain't
doing.
even
He got outnumbered, man. Y'all check out this clip. Y'all let me on. Chuck.
I already got the back here. I don't give a damn about getting blue, nigga. I done already got paid. You paid to see me, nigga. You paid to see me. Lakers, Chad, and Warren ass, nigga. Pull out some money, though. Pull out some money, though. Pull out some money, though, nigga. Bitch ass, nigga, pull out some money. Pull up. I'll hit you in your goddamn head, nigga. I'll hit you in your goddamn head. Pussy ass, nigga. Hit you in your goddamn head.
He threw the mic at that nigga too. Hey, but this ain't even the video that I want to see. Put me up here. Put me up here. Put me up here. It's another video of this cat, Charleston White, was talking all. She was like, yeah. We came here and it was this it. Oh man, I'm trying to not go to this nigga. Cause I don't even really want him to copyright me for no reason. Cause I at least would like to get like credit for at least some shit, right? But
God damn. Somebody check on Charleston White. For those who may not know, early.
Boy, that nigga hit me. I dropped the money there. The money dropped
Yeah.
the whole block of money. That nigga hit me hard. That nigga tackled like a motherfucker.
okay. Shout out to this dude. We'll actually listen to this shit. Fair usage, motherfucker. Fair usage. I don't even know if that shit worked. I don't even know what the fuck that shit is. But this is a rather odd podcast today. Not even a podcast. This shit's just streaming.
Say that nigga put his shoulder off in the meet, nigga. That nigga say they need to give that nigga credit for that sack somewhere. Say, I got the money right there. Hell yeah, I got that money, nigga. I took my chin. Cause I was afraid somebody would come with an uppercut. So yeah, I kept my chin in this chest. Cause I bet somebody could hit me one of them badass uppercut. That's all I was thinking. Ooh, one of the niggas would hit me one of these badass uppercut, man. Ain't nothing funny. Bitch, you lying to me. That shit was funny in the motherfucker. Fight at a comedy show that break out with a bunch of poor niggas down off in the country town, and Charleston ain't got no security, and he know he should have had security. That's funny in the motherfucker. I know I should have had security.
Fair usage. Here's my thing, man. That was just a little clip for you, Piff. You know what I mean? I would this shit there. But I seen a lot of weird shit. But yeah. That shit there was crazy to me. He hit that nigga right with it. And the other one that I was watching when he had said that shit, he was talking about he called a nigga gay or some shit. I don't even really remember which one it was. Name it whatever you want, Guido. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Unless you grow it and know the grower you trading with and understand the cost, no one cares. That is actually true. But the only thing I would say different about that set I'm saying is when you certain shit, when you look at it, it make a difference because we in the internet world where shit actually just sells from being, seen or looking good. Like, man, and I'm guilty of it. Like I told you, I just said Frosty had grew some shit that was so motherfucking Frosty grew some shit or had some shit that was so frosty. I was like, wow, right? Wow. But again, in our mind, it's like, oh, we right? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Only the person that actually smoked that shit would know, right? Only the person that smoked that shit would know. Bag appeal, yep, it's all a part of sales, but it's become the sale. Bag appeal has become the sale. Like when people talk about having these, grow offs, these cannabis, we gonna, hey, the community. The community or people or whoever, we gonna have a growers event or we gonna do it, man. That's just gonna be about how shit look and how big it is. Like you can't, yeah, a motherfucker gotta smoke it, you know, and I mean, it just is what it is. Now, the thing that I was looking for that we gotta take a look at that I want to react to. Everybody gone now. Baby, I'm surprised as many people came in that did come in though. That was crazy. See if I can get this shit going. See, I'm trying to find somebody. Yeah, see, I really want to watch dude, but his shit way too. His shit way too. What's up, bro? Ohio? His shit way too long. And this shit's from a month ago. I want something close because that Schedule 3, man. That Schedule 3 thing means something. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna fuck up some shit, I think. But I can't find anything that it's only a couple minutes long. I ain't trying to tap nobody's stream like that for real. Oh no, man, seldom. I'm stumbling through this shit like for real, bro. Like this ain't no good conversation. This is just how motherfucker coming on stumbling through this motherfucker. I appreciate y'all being here because yo, I knew it was gonna be like maybe 3 people here for sure, and I'm one of the 3. So I appreciate you motherfuckers for stopping through. So I know y'all it's just the precursor to tomorrow, the actual real live stream and shit. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. See, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Let's see what they talking about, though.
Meanwhile, U.S. health officials this week recommended easing restrictions on marijuana. The drug is still illegal at the federal level, even as adult use recreational markets expand here in New Jersey and across the country. According to reports from Bloomberg News, a top leader at the Department of Health and Human Services sent a letter on Tuesday to the DEA requesting marijuana to be reclassified from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug, which would be one of the most significant reforms to cannabis in modern history. Here to talk about what this shift would mean is Rob Mejia, an adjunct professor at Stockton University's Cannabis Studies Department. Robert, I mean, you're obviously very tuned in to what...
Now, here's the thing. This is 3 months ago, but to me, it's always funny. Fair usage too, by the way. It's always funny how when shit like this happens, everybody is just telling you what they want you to know or what they want to, or what they want you to think, right? They always do that shit. Now let's see what talking points dude got. Now I'm quite sure we will be asking completely fucking different questions then whatever she's getting ready to ask or whatever they finna talk about, right? Which to me is the real shit because we the ones actually out here growing the shit, right? We the ones actually out here doing it. So like,
what's happening within the cannabis industry. How big a deal would this be if, in fact, marijuana does get rescheduled?
Well, it would definitely be historical. So to give some very quick context, back in 1970, when Richard Nixon was president, he put in the Controlled Substance Act, and that created 5 different categories of drugs. And at that point, cannabis was put as a level 1 drug, level 1 substance, which means...
See, he already trying to talk in a manner to where it's going to confuse like half of the average person, half of the average public is watching, right? They already ain't trying to hear none of that shit that he talking about already because he's going back into the history of the whole drug scheduling. Man, that's not even what she asked you about. That ain't what she asked. She didn't ask you for a history lesson about how the drug came to be classified. But that's what he gonna do, right? To start the shit off. Just because they can only interview him for a certain amount of time, so it's just gonna be a certain amount of open, regular, just bullshit.
It was highly addictive, no medical applicability, and subject to a lot of abuse. It was put there on in the same section with heroin, LSD, peyote. So it's pretty remarkable that even happened. So we've been living with that system since 1970. So essentially, this would be the first time that it had moved from a Schedule 1 to potentially a Schedule 3.
Yeah.
And in Schedule 3, to give you some context, that's where ketamine and anabolic steroids, which is manufactured lab testosterone, those are 2 substances that are Schedule 3.
So yeah, it's a great example. I mean, these are drugs that can legally be obtained with a prescription. Yet we have all of these cannabis markets, New Jersey included, where folks can buy this legally if you're of age. How has that affected the industry from...
That was a great question.
...expanding when at the federal level, this is still illegal?
Yeah, the biggest winners, if this really does go through, and let me say, first of all, that this is not a done deal. So what happens is that the
This shit is a done deal.
FDA, Health and Human Services, in consultation with NIDA, the National Institute of Drug Abuse.
And you know what, guys? Because I'm going to do this again now that I see that. Because I would guess if the shit was buffering and real fucked up, y'all would tell me. But now that I know that I can actually share videos, I'm going to have some shit put together so that I can, to do this with. Because it's like I had a video that I was watching the other day that broke this shit down so good because I didn't even really understand like the real implications of it. And it's kind of like my boy has said, Closet Posh has said earlier pretty much about how they break it down. No more homegrown, this shit right here. So yeah, I'm getting high now, guys. I watched the video that broke that shit down very well. But we'll finish this though.
They all have been conducting a medical and scientific review of cannabis. They have come up with a recommendation that it be placed on Schedule 3. Now it's up to the DEA to also do their own determination to decide whether it in fact should go to Schedule 3. So it's not a done deal now. But if it does go through, the very biggest winners are those who are current cannabis operators. Because when it goes from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, that means that part of the tax code that cannabis has been laboring under and has really been pummeled under is called 280E. Well, 280E did not allow for normal deductions, and you are not allowed to run cannabis as a normal business. You had to pay exorbitant taxes. And so getting rid of 280E, that means that is going to open up profitability for the cannabis operators, and it will also open up investment because now it'll be much more attractive to invest in a business that can have regular cash flow. So the fact that 280E would go away, that is the one biggest thing that current cannabis operators are dancing around about.
Okay, so since you touched on it, let me just ask you quickly in the time we have left. This classification has really hindered folks, yes, with getting lines of credit, doing regular banking, folks who are looking to break in.
So will they So again, how they gonna circumvent? Or it's funny that even though it's gonna be Schedule 3, like the other Schedule 3 drugs ain't like really being sold at the store. They got to be prescribed. So it's just funny that this particular Schedule 3 drug doesn't have to be prescribed. Yep, that's where I was going with it too. It's crazy that this Schedule 3 drug don't have to be prescribed. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. But now you can treat it as like an actual taxable item. So I just wonder when they're gonna pull it out their ass to where, well, it apply to y'all, but it don't apply to y'all type shit, right?
Into the cannabis industry.
You need a prescription. You need a prescription for it. But you don't. Like, I wonder what happens to the, for us to, because you can't get the recreational genie back in the bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Will it make it easier for them?
It should, because it's a signal that it looks like we're going to be loosening up some regulations going forward, so that when Congress is back in session, they can take up the Safe Banking Act again, and it will be hopefully a little more palatable for them to do that. So it does indicate that banking may open up.
Robert Mejia is an adjunct professor at Stockton University's Cannabis Studies Department. Robert, thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Shout out to the New Jersey Spotlight News. Check them out. Their usage, all that. Right, because all of that shit really has to do with banking. It ain't really got nothing to do with fucking us. It's got everything to do with banking. You know what I mean? So since it's literally all about banking, I think on the since it's literally just about banking, man, on a macro level, a lot of that shit don't matter to a lot of us unless we actually gonna get into the legal part of it, right? Because it don't seem like, and we'll check out one more video to see if we can get a kind of different point of view. It don't seem like it's going to do anything to, let's see if this is a good one. It don't seem like it's going to do
get the most out of your GoDaddy managed WordPress. Create a stunning website with faster load times and more
possible. I am going to be looking down to read some of my notes here. I wanted to get this information out quickly. So not the most polished video, probably. I won't be editing it heavily. You might hear me say a lot during this video. So just bear with me as I get through it. This is a follow-up to the YouTube live video I did just recently. So here is the update. So what most people were predicting actually just happened. As far as federal rescheduling of marijuana. So I'm going to talk about the particulars of what just happened. I'm going to talk about what I think the next steps are going to be. Very important, what these changes are going to mean to the general public, to the public at large, and then my predictions of what is going to happen next and on down the line. So here is the update. So according to CNBC.com and Marijuana Moment, I read articles in both places. This is where I'm getting a lot of this information. A DEA spokesperson confirmed that, and I'm quoting, quote, "We can confirm the DEA received a letter from the Department of Health and Human Services providing its findings and recommendation on marijuana scheduling pursuant to President Biden's request for review." So what this means is that HHS, Health and Human Services, review of marijuana and whether it should be descheduled or rescheduled, that has been completed. And again, I've done a number of videos on updates on that process as it has been ongoing. So that process has been completed. And the recommendation in this letter is that marijuana be moved from a Schedule 1 drug, which it is now, Schedule 1, to a Schedule 3 drug. So it will be moving from a category, Schedule 1, that includes things like heroin, MDMA, what the government considers drugs that have no benefit to society, no medical use whatsoever. And it's moving 2 steps basically from Schedule 2 to Schedule 3. So Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3. As you move up, as you move from 2 to 3 to 4, the restrictions basically ease. So it's moving to Schedule 3. That includes things like steroids, prescription drugs like Suboxone, things like that. So let's talk about what this means, what the next steps are, and the implications to the public, like if you have a marijuana-related business or if you are subject to marijuana drug testing. So first, again, just to clarify what happened, HHS has been reviewing marijuana to be either D-spin ongoing for some time now. On August 30th, that's today as I'm filming this video, it was confirmed that the review process was completed and that HHS recommended to the DEA descheduled, not taking off of the schedule list of drugs, but rescheduled from 1 to 3. So that is what happened. So now what happens going forward? So the HHS basically did the science portion. President Biden wanted them to review the literature and make recommendations to the DEA on what they think should happen as far as the scheduling. Should it be rescheduled? Should it be descheduled? So they sent this letter just today to the DEA stating that they feel that the science warrants that marijuana be rescheduled, not descheduled, to a Schedule 3 drug. Now, the DEA needs to review.
What's going on, bro?
Later this year, maybe.
And we gotta fuck with an against me.
Early 2024 that this was going to happen. So it happened much earlier. And number 2 is I thought they were going to be much more conservative with their recommendation. I thought they were going to recommend to a Schedule 2 instead of a Schedule 1. They went all the way to a Schedule 3. So it's better than what I thought. And I think it's the first right move. I think going right to descheduling it, with the way that the government works, that was just too big of an ask. That was just a bridge too far, obviously, for the government. Whether we'll get there or not, I think we will eventually, probably sooner than later. But I think this is an appropriate right move, moving it to Schedule 3. That's the update. That's what we have up to this point. Stay subscribed. Ever any of these kinds of things change, either with the rescheduling process that's going on with the saliva testing or anything else. All right. Until next time, everybody.
I gotta find that shit too when I go back live again. Actually by myself, because I can share this shit now. I'll probably actually name this some type of a segment, make it some type of a show. But I was actually watching something that had said why it couldn't get descheduled, and it had something to do with us being in like a fucking world treaty. You know what I'm saying? And it was very interesting. I gotta find that shit. Man, everybody should go, man, and I don't even need to shout this motherfucker out. The Strange Show, Medicated Mondays. Shout out to them dudes. That shit's pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? Go give them a follow. Not a follow, but look at that shit way bigger than mine. You know what I mean? So you fucking with me, I know you fucking with them. Like, it's true. But yeah, that shit was crazy though. So I actually gotta figure that out. Yeah. We're gonna have to figure that shit out and what it means exactly, because it's got a lot to do with banking. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Outside of that, I'm trying to see, is there anything else that I want to react to real quick? I think I'm about to probably jump off this motherfucker. Cause see, I don't want to use the stone and streaming shit or the outro type shit. Like, if I can't continue to go live, I probably have another like set of shit where I actually just, you know, just on stream. I wouldn't even play my shit for my bro. You know what I'm saying? But, I think I am. Been about an hour. This is a good test run. I felt good about the shit. It was kind of weird. But I felt good about the shit. Hey, this would probably be some shit called Chosen Reacts or some shit like that, since this kind of worked out. I appreciate the 80 motherfucker 7 because it count me, I think. Might even count me twice. I just appreciate a couple of y'all that's still here rocking with me. Come back tomorrow at 5:20 because the time still be fucking me up because it's different now. But come back tomorrow at 5:20 with shit's regular and normal. And other than that, man, I might go live just randomly because I got a little bit before the surgery. They rescheduled that shit to the 22nd, so you know we got some time. So I'll probably go live again myself. But now that I know that I can share these videos and everything, turn out alright. I might do a little more of this shit. Probably shorter time than an hour. You know, I might jump on for like 30-minute increments, react to some shit, and then jump off. You know what I mean? That seems pretty cool to do. And then we'll have to see how we get his for copyright and shit like that. And, you know, we'll see how that shit go. But I appreciate you all for fucking with me. Shout out to y'all the real MVPs for coming through. And damn, man, I need the outro. I need some outro music, all of that shit. I'm gonna have to make all of that type of shit for this shit too. But we ain't got none of that right now. Shout out to y'all for coming through. And I'll see all 5, 4, 3, 2 of you motherfuckers tomorrow for the real deal. Peace.